Okay.
Is that okay? Okay. All right. I want to share some words with you. If this lets me. Binocular, telescope, and CT scan. What do these 3 words have in common? Any guess?
I would say that they're good at looking at small things.
Exactly. It gives the users visibility. Binoculars are for bird watching or hunting. Telescope is for somebody who wants to see the stars. CT scan is for a doctor who wants to make critical decisions about what to do with their patient. And that's what we're going to be focusing on today, is giving your business visibility to be able to make confident business decisions. And I wanted to share a little bit about what we found on your business and our opinion on what we should do to move forward. So, let's say this is your business at the moment. You told us that there are 3 main areas that you want to focus on. You want to increase your revenue? Is that correct? Right now you're about 48 million. You want to continue to increase that revenue number.
Absolutely, yes.
Right.
We want to grow too. We've got 39 universities, so we basically can house about 4,700 students. We'd like to get that to 6,000 in 2 years.
Okay, so you have pretty aggressive growth plans.
Yes.
Excellent. That's good to hear. And at the same time, you want to remain agile, correct? That gives you the ability to expand to those 6,000 students, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So agility is a very important part of your business. So being able to take on new projects, new employees, being able to process things quickly, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent. And the third one is protecting your most important investment, which is your employees. Would you say that's another key business?
Always. I mean, turnover is expensive, and we recognize that.
Yeah, exactly. So would you agree that these are your 3 main areas of focus for your business in terms of growth?
Yes.
Okay. Now, there are some external factors that you have to take into account. Every business has to take into account that they don't have any control over. One of them is the premium rates for the insurance, right? So you've had to increase your costs.
Yeah,
Costs your business with you.
absolutely. With those increasing premiums, that's put a lot of pressure on our business. Our costs, I think, went up 15%. Or no, it's going to go up a further 15%. But yes, that's been a real issue over the last few years.
And how is that affecting the business?
Well, it has a huge impact on our profitability. As much as we want to grow, we recognize that to maintain profitability and to find the cash for those additional new houses, we need to keep our costs under control and lower our operating margins.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. So that's having a big impact on how you're doing your business today.
Absolutely.
Another factor would be a skill shortage. Would you agree with that?
Yes. Yeah. It's certainly harder to find. The people that we're looking for.
Yeah, definitely. The good quality talent is hard to find out there, isn't it?
It is.
And another factor, no, it definitely is, right? Another factor is having loyalty and tenure. So once you find those great people, how do you keep them in your company? That's another side of it. Would you agree?
Absolutely, that's important.
Yeah, right. So you have all these external pressures that are impacting your organization. Now, if we look at some of the internal challenges that you shared with us, one of them was keeping your costs under control. So having a high amount of costs within your business, inefficiencies that you find, that would be one of the big areas. Would you agree?
Definitely.
So your labor costs are about 9.8 million at the moment, and you'd like to reduce that if you can.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to. I mean, with those increases in premiums,
Yeah.
we need to find those savings somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, great. Another challenge is your employee productivity. So your employees at the moment, actually just to give you a bit of industry insight, about 66% of employees who want to be successful don't have the correct tools to do so. So a lot of your employees could want to do the best they can at their job, but they might not have the right tools at their disposal to do so. Would you agree with that? That's something you're seeing as well?
I agree that definitely would impact productivity and potentially morale.
Yeah.
I'm trying to relate it to our own business, but it certainly is linked back to what you're talking about with respect to tenure and loyalty.
Yeah, and a big part that we saw when we were doing analysis on your business was the the visibility into performance management and your employees' KPIs. So that goes into their productivity and their ability to do the best they can to see their career path and where they're going within your business, which then will impact your tenure and loyalty. So it all kind of ties in together. And then the third one is reducing your risk. So you told us that there's a lot of manual processes at the moment.
Yep.
So people are putting in information manually from time and attendance into payroll.
Yeah, it's a challenge for us because we're so geographically decentralized. We've got 39 universities.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, we've only got about 3 employees at each home,
Yeah.
at each site. And so we've got, a challenge to try to automate processes in a cost-effective way and bring all that information back in an automated fashion. And right now, it's very manual, and we see that it's causing a lot of errors as well. We've had, accuracy issues with the payroll over the last 12 months too. Yeah.
Okay, that's really interesting because there's actually 1.2% of payroll costs can be tied to error rates from manual data entry. So imagine if you could save 1.2% on your total payroll costs.
That would be fantastic.
Right. Also, imagine if you could get rid of all these problems. How would that impact your business?
I think if we could take those out of our business, we would, be focusing on our growth, our increased revenue. I think that would just allow us to focus on what we should be focusing on and be more strategic.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, because this is exactly what we're proposing to do for your business. So what we've seen is that all these challenges you're facing are things that can be alleviated. Imagine if you could work with a company that had the expertise in all these areas in helping you reduce your costs, increase your employee productivity, and reduce the risk of non-compliance. Imagine if you could have a managed service that would be an outsourced model where you could give a lot of this risk and compliance burden onto a trusted partner. And imagine if you could have that visibility into your business. What would that mean to you?
I just think that it would mean that we could make stronger, more confident decisions in terms of what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We could tie down some of those cost overruns and be better prepared to manage some of those external factors like the rate increases that you talked about.
Yeah, great. So you would be able to focus on these key areas of your business if you could remove these burdens, correct?
Correct. I agree with that, yeah.
Well, that's exactly what ADP can do for you. We can take away all those administrative burdens, help your employees be productive, reduce your risk and non-compliance, as well as maintain your costs to be at a competitive level.
Sounds good.
Great.
Fantastic.
All right, we'll bring the contract tomorrow.
I'll sign.